If you walk into any supplement store today, at least half the bottles on the shelves could actually harm your hormones, your heart, or your mental health. We're taught to believe supplements are automatically healthy, but today I'm breaking down 10 popular products you should seriously avoid because the science behind them is a lot scarier than the marketing. Let's get started without wasting any time. The first one I want to talk about is testosterone boosters. These supplements are everywhere. They promise more muscle, more energy, higher libido, better confidence, and basically the idea that you can regain your 16-year-old hormone levels just by swallowing a capsule. But in my experience, and honestly, based on the research, most of these products don't actually raise testosterone in any meaningful way. What they really do is stimulate your nervous system with ingredients like synephrine, yohimbine, or heavy caffeine doses. So instead of boosting hormones, they just stress your body. Your heart rate goes up, your anxiety might spike, your sleep gets worse, and you might feel more irritable. Teens, people with heart issues, and men with prostate problems should absolutely steer clear of these. A huge red flag is when the label says proprietary blend. That usually means the company is hiding how much of each ingredient you're actually getting. In my opinion, the better approach is to focus on sleep, strength training, vitamin D3, and zinc only if you are diagnosed as low. Real natural testosterone support starts with lifestyle, not mystery blends. The next one on the list is magnesium oxide. Magnesium is one of the most important minerals your body uses for sleep, muscle function, and stress regulation. But magnesium oxide, which is the cheapest form, is barely absorbed. Only about 3% makes it into your system. The rest stays in your digestive tract and acts like a laxative. A lot of people buy it thinking it will help them sleep or relax, and instead they end up with cramps, diarrhea, and dehydration. And when you lose fluids like that, you also lose electrolytes like potassium and sodium, which can make you feel even more tired and anxious. Anyone with kidney issues, heart issues, or those taking diuretics should absolutely avoid this. When you see big milligram doses on the bottle and the word oxide, that's your warning sign. A much better choice is magnesium glycinate for relaxation, or magnesium citrate or malate, depending on your needs. Those actually absorb well and give the results people are hoping for. Another supplement I would never recommend is synthetic vitamin D2, also known as ergocalciferol. This is the version of vitamin D made by irradiating fungus or yeast, and the body simply doesn't use it very well. Companies still put it in products because it's cheaper to make. But if you're trying to correct a deficiency or support your immune system or bone strength, D2 is not going to give you reliable results. Your body has a hard time transporting it and converting it, so you end up thinking you're doing something healthy when your levels barely move. People with low bone density, autoimmune issues, or frequent illnesses should especially avoid D2 because they need vitamin D that actually works. If the label says ergocalciferol or D2, skip it. Vitamin D3 is far superior, especially when paired with magnesium and moderate vitamin K2. And even then, it's best to check your levels instead of guessing. Next is something that honestly worries me the most when I see people using it, and that's yohimbine for fat loss or erectile dysfunction. Yohimbine works by blocking certain receptors in your nervous system, so adrenaline stays active longer. And yes, that can raise energy or burn a little fat, but the side effects can be scary. I've talked to people who felt like they were having a panic attack after taking it. It can cause high blood pressure, heart palpitations, shaking, nausea, and even arrhythmias in some cases. If you're already anxious, taking SSRIs on blood pressure medication, or have heart issues, yohimbine is definitely not for you. And what's worse is that it's often hidden inside fat burners under vague names like bark extract or proprietary blend. If you want better energy or fat loss, plain caffeine in a reasonable dose is so much safer, or even something as simple as walking fasted in the morning, which naturally helps your body burn stored fat. Now, another huge problem I see is people taking extreme mega doses of fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K without ever getting lab work. Because these vitamins stay in your system longer, they can build up to toxic levels if you're taking too much. High High vitamin A can cause headaches, nausea, and liver irritation. Too much vitamin D can make calcium build up in your arteries and kidneys. High vitamin E can thin your blood too much. Overdoing vitamin K can interact with blood thinners. Pregnant women, breastfeeding women, anyone with kidney or liver issues, or people on anticoagulants should be especially careful. If you see supplements advertising huge mega doses or bottles that combine all 4 vitamins at extremely high levels, that's a big red flag. In my opinion, the smart approach is simple. Test, don't guess. Take only what you need and stay in moderate daily ranges unless a healthcare professional tells you otherwise. Next on the list are energy shots with more than 300 milligrams of caffeine. These tiny bottles look harmless, and the marketing makes you think they're just a quick pick-me-up. But 300 milligrams all at once, especially when it's mixed with other stimulants like guarana, yerba mate, or green tea extract, is way too much for most people. Your heart rate jumps, anxiety increases, your focus can feel jittery instead of clear, and later in the day you crash hard. Teens should avoid these completely, and so should pregnant women or anyone with anxiety or blood pressure issues. If the label doesn't clearly list caffeine content or it uses terms like energy matrix or stimulant complex, put it back. If you want steady energy, I always recommend sticking to 100 to 200 milligrams of caffeine at a time, staying hydrated, getting enough sleep, and keeping your blood sugar stable with real meals. This ties right into the next one, which is fat burners that contain multi-stimulant stacks. These are marketed as hardcore thermogenic blends or extreme shredding formulas. What they really are is a dangerous cocktail of stimulants. You'll often see high-dose caffeine mixed with synephrine, yohimbine, DMHA, DMAA, or other compounds that are banned in many countries. These combinations can cause panic attacks, rapid heartbeat, high blood pressure, and in rare cases, even hospitalization. If a label uses words like extreme, hardcore, maximum, or if it hides the ingredient amounts inside a proprietary blend, that's a clear sign the company wants to avoid transparency. Real fat loss doesn't come from stimulant overload. It comes from protein-rich meals, consistent exercise, and creating a small caloric deficit. Those 3 things outperform fat burners every single time. Another supplement I avoid completely is anything marketed as a liver detox or kidney cleanse. These products make huge promises about removing toxins, resetting your organs, or flushing out waste, but your liver and kidneys already detox your body naturally. Some of the herbs inside these formulas can actually irritate the liver, the gut, or the kidneys. You'll often see strong laxatives or diuretics that dehydrate you, drain electrolytes, and leave you tired instead of refreshed. If a bottle says something like total detox, cleanse in 48 hours, or rapid flush, that's usually a sales tactic. In my opinion, the real way to support your liver and kidneys is much simpler. Stay hydrated. Eat vegetables like broccoli or cauliflower. Include fiber, sleep well, and go easy on alcohol. That does more for your organs than any detox pill on the market. Another supplement I recommend avoiding is calcium carbonate. Now, calcium is important, especially for bone health, but calcium carbonate is basically chalk or rock calcium. Your body struggles to absorb it unless you have high stomach acid levels. What doesn't get absorbed can deposit in the arteries or kidneys, potentially raising the risk of calcification or kidney stones. And another issue is that taking high calcium without balancing it with magnesium can push your magnesium levels even lower. People with heart disease, kidney stones, or low magnesium should stay away from this form. If you want a calcium supplement, calcium citrate is much easier on the stomach and far better absorbed. Or even better, get calcium from food like leafy greens, dairy, or sardines. And the last one on this list is high-dose copper from cheap, isolated forms. Copper is something your body only needs in tiny amounts, but many multivitamins include it in higher doses than necessary, and too much copper becomes toxic over time. It can increase oxidative stress, affect mood, and compete with zinc to the point where you end up deficient in zinc without realizing it. Women on birth control, anyone with mood issues, or people not getting enough zinc from food should be extra cautious. If you see copper oxide or doses over 1 milligram, especially without matching zinc, that's your sign to skip it. In my opinion, the safest move is to only take copper if you've been tested and truly need it. If you are doing regular workouts, I've made a detailed video on every muscle growth supplement and which one actually works. Watch this next.